Good evening, welcome to Next Gen Season 15. This is the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5 League. We're here for round number 10 at Bathurst, and this one I believe will see a bit of darkness during the race. We have 14 drivers in, and the top 5 reverse grid. So that means the top 5 in the overall championship will be starting at the back in reverse order. I will notify you that of them in a minute. Let's go through the field. We have Mr. Morale, NGR Scooby G, Cam 123 Diz, Seeks 44, AMH Racing, The Les, Boyraxa 14, Shadowstalker DBS, Bob Mark 1, Prosser 14, RDF 1, Anna Morris, Webby's Johnny, NGR Fraser, and Jamie WRX. The points are as follows. Boyraxa has 181. He will be starting last in today's grid. Jamie has 125 in second, so he'll be starting second to last. Prosser has 96, Scooby 83, and Johnny 77. Those 5 will not qualify. The people who can qualify are as follows. Fraser has 76 points, Sandok has 69, Anamaris has 64, Shadowstalker 61, The Les has 59 with AMH on 56, Ball Mark 1 has 47 with Lightblade 2K18 on 34, Cot Marco has 32 with Danzo on 29, Dizzler has 28 with Seeks on 27, joint with Yorkshire Stig. Cam has 20 points and Gimp Buster has 8. So here at the legendary Bathurst, which means long laps and less chances to perfect the qualifying. Now let's see if I can find someone who is going to be on a lap. There's Seeks. Let's go on board with Seeks for a lap. So through the final corner, then we head up towards Hell Corner. This 90-degree left-hander. Just nice and easy in, bring the throttle in as soon as you can. Down the mountain straight towards Quarry Bend, and cambered in corners. So you can carry good pace, and you can use the curb on the exit. It should be about 3rd gear. But you've got to go over the rise, down the hill. Should pop it into 5th, maybe hang it in 4th for Seeks. Down 1 gear to 3rd, bring the throttle straight back in, use the camber. Up towards the cutting, this flick left, so this should be flat left. And it goes into a hairpin left up the mountain. Brake about halfway, yep. Again, use the camber to keep the car turned in, out to the side. Over Griffin's Mount, again, should be flat right. Reed Park, again, should be flat. Yep, Seeks is going through that flat through the left part. Down towards Solomon Park, this should be flat left in this car. Yep, all the way through it. A little bit of a lift just to make sure. McPhillamy Park should be a slight lift. Or just clip the grass on entry there. There we go, the Les. Just going through McPhillamy. Slight lift. Oh, he's had a moment as well and gone straight into Seeks. Who else is on a lap? Potentially around that area. There's Jamie. We'll have to try and get someone who's on their way down. Boyraxa 14. Let's carry on Boyraxa 14. So he's just coming through Solomon Park now. Should be flat. Maybe the odd lift just to settle the car. Into McPhillamy. Again, should be flat with maybe a confidence lift for some. He's just clipped the grass as we head into the Skyline and the S's. So flicker left, flicker right. Into the dipper, this 90-degree left-hander, very tight, flat right out, or if you get the right line, flick left, flick right, down into the forest elbow, Down the gears nice and early. Try and prevent the back end from stepping out under the braking. Then we hit the Conrod straight. And this massive straight. Can't really be helped, but when you got slipstream, it's massive. Bobby Gray, otherwise known as Light Blake, saying hello to you, mate. How are you? Hopefully you are well. Surprised you're not taking part in this, or I guess you're possibly busy. But yeah, good to see you. Then we head into the chase. So flick right, there's 9 left, flat right normally. And then you head down to Murray's corner, which is a 90-degree left-hander. Now, obviously, Boyrax is starting at the back of the pack, so he's got a nominal time he must set. Web user Johnny just coming up to the line. Obviously he's got a nominal time to set as well. I think the first time Johnny's had to set a nominal time here in the Ginettas. Cam just coming into Murray's corner. Up to the line. What can he do? He sets a 232.9, but it's currently NGR Fraser running the show with a 229.0, a 229.3 for RDF1 Adam Morris. Like Play saying he's feeling well, which is very, very good. He's tired this evening. It's been a long week. I think we can all relate on that. While I can't this week. I've had a week off. Enjoy the live stream and relax. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I spent the night in a Welsh forest in the car last night, off doing a bit of rallying. So, yeah, a bit knackered, but we'll get through it. Bob Mark 1, we are seeing on your screen. Currently third in the provisional qualifying as he just runs wide. Good evening, Dale. Hopefully you are okay. Yeah, but I was meant to be doing the Scirocco's last night, but ended up going to Wales. For which I apologise for. Hopefully you're well, mate. As Bob goes through at P3. Bob just going through Quarry Bend. Seems he's managed to go faster, 230.5. So the Fraser's finished qualifying. Cam 123 Diz. He's coming down to Murray's corner. Just gonna get one more lap in. .2 quicker, puts in a 231.6, puts him fourth overall at the moment. I don't know who this is coming down past the chase. Could be, is Adam. I don't think he's on a time. No, Light Blade, this is not the final round. So Adam Morris goes through the line, yep, started another lap. Next week is the final rounds of this championship. As for all leagues, next week is the final round. So, for example, on my channel, obviously the Monday Night Tours, the Scirocco's last round next next week. And the Ginettas has 2. Obviously the Caterham's GTs as well on P cars. So let's have a look. Bob Mark Ryan, the first man who complete his qualifying of the guys who are still out there. Sets his time. And there goes Shadow Stalker. Across the line, he doesn't improve. Seeks does improve. Puts in a 229.9 behind. Who is still there? Prosser. The Les still hasn't set a time yet. He's coming up to the line. He puts in a time for 5th fastest so far. Mr. Morale. Currently 8th with a 239.7. He's backed off, he'll stay there. Adam Morris has backed off as well. He's saying he's not going to continue on his qualifying. Cam 93 days, what can he pull out of the bag? I don't think he does. So qualifying over here in Bathurst. NGR Fraser takes pole position away from Adam Morris. 644 third, Cam 93 days 4th. And the Les 5th, Bob Mike 1 6th, Shadow Stalker 7th, Mr. Rao 8th, Loser Johnny 9th, Scooby G 10th, Prosser 11th, Jamie WX 12th, Boy Rex 14th, Will Star 13th. AMH did not set a qualifying time. So the guys will have a 2 minutes ready up screen. If they do not ready up, they will be effectively taken out of the race. Here we go then. So we sink in. We have the 3 red lights. We are green here at Bathurst for round number 10 of the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s, and Adam Morris has got a good start. He's jumped into the lead here, but Fraser on the inside of Hell Corner means he will retake that position, and Seeks is going for the position as well for 2nd place. He's not quite going to get it. Cam stays in 4th, the Les in 5th. Collision behind, Boy Rexa, Johnny, more carnage. That looks like Scooby G and Shadow Stalker. Big collision in the background though, which is not ideal. Up at the front there, side by side, Adam Morris on the inside of Fraser, coming into Quarry Bend for the first time of 12. And that's the move done. Seeks almost into the back of Fraser, looking for a move now. As they head out of Quarry Bend and down towards the cutting, they're almost 3 wide behind. There's more collision behind. Bob, the Les, and Cam all have a collision. And Adam Morris Seeks to manage to get away. Then the Les is in 4th. Boy Rex now 5th. Prosser 6th. Cam 7th. Johnny is in 8th, Bob Michael on 9th, Jamie 10th, AMH 11th, Scooby G is down in 12th with Mr. Morale 13th, and Shadowstalker in 14th. So a couple of big collisions there at the start of this race. But it's a long one at 12 laps. But Adam Morris leads at this early stage. Light blading, not a great start. No, not a great one, but it's all settled down. The legs are going to get overtaken around the outside of the Forest Elbow by Boyraxer. They're still just about side by side going down the Conrod Straight. And the legs might be picking up a bit of a slipstream from Seeks here. So they're going to stay side by side, coming through the flat right-hander then. Oh, it's very tight coming down towards the chase, and the Les squeezing Boyraxer out of that one. Meanwhile, Fraser just up ahead is having a look here at Adam Morris as they head through the final corner. Into hell. Nothing else doing for that battle for the lead. The Les still has Boyraxer behind, and here comes Prosser now, coming down the quarry, the mountain straight, sorry, towards Quarry Bend. Prosser backing out of it, knowing there's not a lot of point doing it there. They head towards Quarry Bend. These three fighting over 4th place. Boyraxer looks to the inside. I don't know whether that's a defensive manoeuvre or a potential looking to attack manoeuvre from Boyraxer, but Sonny went to the inside. He's having to go to the inside again as they come up towards the cutting. Into the hairpin, and the lace has gone wide. He's brushed the wall, allowing Boyraxer through, and here comes Prosser. He's going to look to go around the outside. This through Griffin's Mountain up towards Reed Park. Over the hill, the Les manages to secure that position through Reed Park as they head down towards Solomon Park. You are further behind. Jamie's up into 8th place. He's got AMH behind. They're chasing after Johnny with Scooby G in 10th. Otherwise, the guys behind that are just a bit spread out. Look at Cam's had a bit of a bad effort. I say bad effort. A bit of a moment somewhere. He's now in 11th place. And there's Prosser. The Les is gone somewhere. Where's the Les? There's the Les. Oh, and he's absolutely just T-boned the side of Jamie WRX. Into the Forest Elbow, and that's allowed Johnny into 9th. He gets a run out of the Forest Elbow. Seemingly quite messy at the start of this race, but Seeks has got up in a second and runs wide. Fraser has allowed Boyraxer actually up into the lead. Maybe something's happened between Adam and Fraser then, because now Boyraxer is in the lead, and Adam Morris has dropped back into the clutches of Fraser, and Seeks is right with him, going on to lap number 3. Down the mountain straight towards Quarry Bend. So you got this little train of cars, and you've then also got this train of cars led by AMH, who's now ahead of Prosser, ahead of Scooby, ahead of the Les, then Jamie and web user Johnny, followed by Cam on the tail of it. But for the battle for second, Fraser's having a look around the outside of the cutting. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. They keep it nice and clean through the hairpin part, up into Griffin's Mount and Reed Park. I'll tell you what, Seeks is right, practically pushing. Here we go, on board with Seeks going through Reed Park, over the crest, and down towards Solomon Park. McPhillamy Park. What can Seeks make anything out of this? So yeah, he just has a little confidence left going in. Hit the brakes into the Skyline and the S's. Looking right, down to the dipper. Out of that, and now down towards the Forest Elbow. And this will show you just how powerful the slipstream is. Although Seeks has run very wide through the Forest Elbow, and that's going to limit the amount of time he can gain here. Let's have a look on board with Fraser. We're behind Adam Morris here. As long as Fraser stays in the slipstream, should be able to see us get closer to him. I don't think he's really stayed in the slipstream very well here, Fraser. And he hit the brake for the chase. And he's, everything's a bit stalemate up front there. AMH has Prosser behind. This for 5th place. Prosser closing in under braking, but AMH much better line of traction going out of the chase, allowing him to build that gap slightly to 0.6 of a second now. The Les has Jamie right behind him going into Murray's corner. Obviously, the Les T-boned Jamie earlier. Obviously, we didn't see the full accident of what was going on, but or how it even begun. I know for one fact, Jamie will not be happy with it, but he's got to still get past cleanly down the mountain straight. Meanwhile, that's happening. Seeks is having a look at Fraser here for 3rd place. Oh, he looked for the inside of the cutting there, and he couldn't quite get up the inside, but Fraser does clip the wall on the exit. Up through Griffin's Mount. Into Reed Park, not normally an overtaking spot here, but Seeks is looking to push the door open. Can't quite get it. Down the hill towards Solomon Park. Into McPhillamy. Skyline and the S's. Through the dip, and again Fraser's clipped the wall and clipped another. He's got to go careful because Seeks will make a move into the Forest Elbow if he can. See there, he's having a little look. Maybe trying to judge how far behind he needs to be. Down the Conrod Straight. Now Seeks is close enough to get that beautiful slipstream. Well, saying that, I think they've both topped out. But, oh no, he hadn't. Seeks just hadn't pulled a gear. Through towards the chase then, flick right. Better line that from Seeks, actually getting it in tighter on the power earlier. So it is in Murray's corner. Now, in reality, these two need to work together because the two in front of them, Adam Morris and Boy Rex, they will work together. So, tricky decision between these two ahead. Meanwhile, there's 3 wide between Jamie, Scooby G and the Les going into Hell Corner. Yeah, Jamie does the sensible thing as a bit of bumping. Maybe Johnny gets through. But it looked like Scooby bumped into Les, which caused everyone to halt up, and Jamie had nowhere to go. Into the back of Scooby G. Into Quarry Bend. Meanwhile, Sinks has dropped back behind Fraser. He's about 3.3 now. So AMH is now going to be closing in. As they head through Solomon Park. Down to McPhillamy. And I believe this is meant to go into dusk, or at least or a nighttime of some description. It's not come yet. Down the Colorado Straight. Six, would he really look to defend this? Quite possibly. Down to the flick right before the chase. MH looking to the inside. Will slide up the inside, and Seeks gives him plenty of room. So potentially tactical there by Seeks, because AMH is that much quicker at the moment on track than him at 229.3 to a 232.1. Maybe going to try and use him as a bit of a gauge. Scooby G, what's happened to Jamie? I have no idea. What has happened to Jamie? Is he retired? I think he's retired. No idea why, but I guess we'll find out after the race. And there's Cam, he's got the Les behind him now. Scooby G is gradually catching up to Johnny. This is what Scooby G will see from on board the Kyra, just slightly wide through Quarry Bend. As we are reaching the halfway stage of this race. Yeah, that engine notes really singing along in the G40 or G50. Yeah, the brakes into the skyline. Oh, Johnny clips. Oh, hello. Have they both got through clean? Yes, they have. Johnny has managed to keep it on track, but he clipped the wall and Scooby G just rubbing doors on the exit there. The Les has got back past Cam just before Skyline as Cam clips the wall going through the dipper. No, Johnny. I don't think Johnny's given up here. Yes, we should be ending this race in dusk conditions. Johnny still on the tail here of Scooby G. I think this could become a good battle because Johnny does tend to learn quite quickly when he's behind a driver. So, this could turn into a bit of an interesting one. Let's have a look through the field still. Cam still behind the Les. He heads into Skyline for the 7th time. Knows any eagle-eyed viewers out there will see that the gap between the top two is 0.5. Now, a lot of people will be wondering, why are we not seeing that? Now, this is why, because these two are just working together. Right now, these two are working together, getting away from everyone. And that's the bottom line. They won't fight until about the last 2 laps. As Boyrax actually goes a bit wide, so Adam Morris, will he take the opportunity to get past? He'll close in quickly with the slipstream. No, looks like he's just going to sit behind still as they head over the hill into Quarry Bend. We'll go to the outside. Job stays good. However, this is a battle that is going to start developing because AMH has been absolutely flying on his own. 229.000. Someone take a picture of that and frame that. That's a perfect 229 from AMH. Obviously not as quick as the leads because they've both got slipstream. But Fraser's into the wall. AMH coming out towards the cutting. Will he have a look around the outside? I don't think he will. I think he's going to try and set Fraser up here for the hairpin. No, he's going to carry as much pace around the hairpin as he can. Switches back over Griffin's mount. Switch again. No, nothing. You can't really overtake now until after McPhillamy Park, not really. You might be able to get him into Skyline. Down Solomon Park. Now we head to McPhillamy. Oh, I may just get that slightly wrong. Lucky not to clip the grass on the exit down towards Skyline. His next best bet will be the Forest Elbow if he can close up that 0.7 of a gap. With the dip up. Otherwise, it's going to be the chase and then Murray's corner at the end of the lap. Down into Forest Elbow. Down the hill. The Conrod Straights. This is lap number 8, so we're nearly there. Into Murray's corner. MH is going to have to set this back up again. He's 1.1 down on Fraser. And somewhere along the line, we've had a change for the lead. Anna Morris has got past Boyrax at 14. So the Boyrax just had a bad exit somewhere. Meanwhile, Cam and the Les are very close on track. Through the chase, Cam's got a better line. Should have a better exit coming towards Murray's corner. Les will defend to the inside. Or will he? No, Cam's going to look there to the inside. This for 9th place. Down the inside. Cam can't quite make it stick, but he's really got Les on the ropes here. Heading down towards Hell Corner. And Adam Morris has made a mistake somewhere. He's now 5.3 down on Boyrax at 14. Meanwhile, on board with Cameron. Look at the engine, that's quite cool. Down Mountain Straight towards Quarry Bend. Cam practically pushing, we're going to look to the inside. Can't quite do it there, backs out of it, sensible decision. He's going to get him on the exit though. Side by side, the legs into the wall. Cam moves up into 9th place. Well pressurised overtake that. Kept the pressure on. And that's the result. Scooby has also got work to do. He's made a mistake. And he is now 2.1 behind maybe Johnny coming into the closing stages of this race. That's Scooby G, yeah, I was going to say, something's not right. Prosser, looks like Prosser's ended up going round. Scooby G is round and backwards. Johnny's now up into 6th. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd place is heating up, and the battle potentially for 2nd place. It looks like Adam's had another mistake somewhere. He's now 15.8, 16 seconds now off the lead. Yeah, 2:46, 4 from Adam. AMH Racing on the tail of Fraser coming down the mountain straight. Now you'd have to think if AMH looks for the move, Fraser, is there any point in him really trying to defend it? He might as well use him to try and draft up to the back of Adam. Into Quarry Bend, and yep. Oh, that's not the right line though from Fraser. Although he's looked for the switchback. Can't quite get it done. Bear in mind, this is for the final podium place of the race. And in pro category. And there are 2 categories, then, well, technically 3. You've got your overall, where everyone's included. Your pro class, which is your Boyrexa, Adam Morris, AMH, Fraser, people like that. And you've also got your Pro-Am class. Now, Pro-Am is being leaded by Since 44 right now. Ahead of maybe Johnny. But sees past Fraser now. And he's going to be looking here to get past Adam very shortly, with only 2 laps to run. Scraping the wall from someone there. This battle's still raging on between Cam and the Les. The Les nails the wall going through the cutting. Up through Griffin Mount and Reed Park. Solman. And down towards McPhillamy. Getting a scrape of the wall there from Cam. It doesn't help your speed at all, clipping those walls. Meanwhile, AMH at the front. This for 2nd place. He's on the tail of Adam Morris. AMH recently got his racing license and took his first steps in motorsports in the Hyundai Coupe Cup down at Brands Hatch. Had a few leery moments as we look to the inside of Adam coming into Hale Corner. Adam not going to give this one up easily though, but he will have to give it up and hit the slip, getting the slipstream of AMH, and hope Fraser doesn't have enough overspeed to get past him on the straight in the mountain straight. Yeah, AMH had a few ticking moments in his Hyundai Coupe Cup debut, so good to see him out there, enjoying it in the real world. Everyone takes a bit of a mick at him, expecting big things from the quoted professional driver. Into the cutting, this 3-way scrap now for 2nd place. Really going to get heated as we go through Griffin Mount and Adam Morris. This is going to be an unusual move. He can pull this one off through Reed Park. Side by side. Squeeze to the wall. And yes, he gets it done, but has a bit of a moment into the wall on the other side. He's now into the wall going through towards Solomon Park. AMH gets the place back. He goes to the wall through Solomon Park. And here comes Fraser down towards McPhillamy, down the inside of Adam, who has a moment going into McPhillamy Park. Keeps it alive and down the inside of the Skyline and the S's. Fantastic racing from these boys. But it's allowed AMH to get away. 1 second the gap now. Into the far elbow, and Adams closed right in on AMH. AMH maybe a bit too cautious going into the far elbow to make sure the back end does not step out. Down the Conrod straight. We're going to go on board here with Fraser. He's got one of the best views in the house right now. Adam Morris drawing alongside as he reaches towards the flat right-hander. AMH slightly on the grass, hits the brakes, still on the inside, going into the chase. AMH absolutely screaming off, all three of them clipping, going on the grass. And I think AMH will be handing those positions back. He's giving one up to Fraser as they come onto the final lap of the race. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to heat right up. Down the mountain straight. AMH on the grass and Fraser squeezes him into the wall. There goes the bonnet of AMH. I'm going to have another look at that back on the stream from Fraser there. Yeah, AMH comes up behind. Goes to the gap, gets squeezed. But they're carrying on up the mountain. Just before they reach the summit. Like play tut tut. I don't know which part that's for, to be honest, mate. Oh, Anna Morris off into the wall at McPhillamy Park. But this, still where the battle is. Into the forest elbow. Fraser has 0.8 of a second over AMH. Although AMH closing in now after the forest elbow, and that's a better run out. Time to get the slipstream involved. And unfortunately, we're going to have to just pull away from this battle in a minute. Because there's one man we haven't really seen this race. It's going to be Boyrax of 14. He's on the final lap. Pretty nice race by him, no mistakes. He will win here at Bathurst. I don't know what happened to the dusk, but never arrived really. So Boyrax wins here in Bathurst for yet again. Fraser still has AMH behind, but he's got 0.4. I don't think AMH is going to have a chance here. Fraser will cross the line in second place. He'll be happy with that. AMH will be third. Anna Morris will come home in fourth. See, it's a very lonely race in the end, but he's stayed consistent. He's got fifth place. A great result for him and the Pro-Am win for Bathurst. Prosser 14. Again, we haven't really seen much of him other than a couple of times in the barriers. He'll be in sixth place. Maybe to Johnny, second in Pro-Am, seventh overall. A good result by him. That's going to help his Pro-Am title chances. Scooby G will come home for 8th place. Yes, he does. Followed by Cam. The Les will be in 10th, rounding our top 10. Mr. Morale, just coming down the Conrad Straight. Again, a bit lonely, but he's driven consistently. He's going to take home good points here in 11th. Crosses line. It's a difficult track, Bathurst, so it's very good to finish here. Mr. Rao has done that, although he slowed right down. Adam Morris has left the session for some apparent reason, even though he is going to be classified 4th. Interesting tactics, because now Shadowstalker's beaten Mr. Morale, so Shadowstalker comes 11th, Mr. Morale 12th. Bomb Mark 1 will come home in 13th as he spins around. And he'll reverse across the line. That's classy from Bob Mark 1, I like that. He'll finish in 13th place. So the provisional results are as follows. Boy Max 14 takes the win from NGR Fraser. AMH Racing is 3rd. Adam Morris is 4th. 6 is 5th. Prosser 6th. Webster Johnny 7th. Scuba G is in 8th. Cam123 Diz 9th. The Les 10th. Shadowstalker 11th. Mr. Morale is going to be 12th. And Bob Mark 1 will finish 13th. Like Blade saying, it's been a very aggressive race. Very entertaining, yes. Definitely very aggressive. Sometimes possibly too aggressive. But I guess that's up to Jamie, who runs the league, to possibly decide if any incidents get put forward to the stewards. However, next week is the last week for racing. And I believe, I'll have to confirm with Jamie during the week, but I believe we are having rounds 11 and 12 next week, so it's going to be a double header for the Ginetta, so they finish on time. And it will be as follows. Round 11 is a commentator's curse special, meaning I will pick the track. I will also pick the number of laps suitable to the regulations of the league, and also get the weather sorted. And the drivers will not know about it until the lobby is set up, and I tell everyone, including the host. So not even Jamie will know what circuit they're on next week for the first round at round 11. Round 12 will be at Silverstone GP. So like I said, it's a double header, I believe, next week on Friday to finish off the league. Lightblade, wow. Is that for the commentator's curse special, mate? Because I'm excited about it. We've done it last season in the Monday Night Tours package, and it was brilliant fun. Actually, no real practice allowed. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's brilliant. No one knows what circuit they're on, so everyone had a even playing field, really, on that one. So do join us next week for that one, for the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s. The next thing probably on my channel will probably be the Monday Night Tours again next Monday. I'm not always evil. I'm not always evil. I try to pick a circuit which will have good racing, put it that way. But we'll see when I decide how evil I feel. But yeah, join us next week for that one. Next on the channel will probably be the Monday Night Tours. That triple package should be quite good. However, for myself and the guys here at the Emily Linscott Ginetta GT5s, we thank Emily Linscott for her support of the championship. It's brilliant to see. Obviously, real drivers supporting the sim racing world helps the league massively. So we do thank her for that one. And thank you guys for watching tonight. It's been good to have your company. Yeah, join us next week for the finales of the leagues. But for now, enjoy the rest of the evening. Goodbye.